There's land. There's a lot of land everywhere. Even in my own community, there's land, but we don't have the manual labor.
There is no empowerment from government, no any help from the government.
First employment God has given every man is agriculture. That
any nation without food is almost dead.
We don't have the strength. Our children has no strength to do agriculture.
We have not been paid for 3 years and 6 months now. Is it fair?
It is obvious that the economy of Nigeria is in a very deplorable situation. Today, we'll be asking people questions on what they have been able to do based on what the government have asked them to do. Diversify your economy so that you can be able to survive the present hardship. Today, we'll be moving out to the streets of Coal City State, Nigeria, to ask people questions on how much they have been able to diversify their economy, particularly in agriculture.
Well, it is good because if government says, nobody is going to challenge government. But in my own opinion and my own experience of what I have in Nigeria now, there's nobody in Nigeria that have strength, have the energy of going to farm. Because if you talk of the 6 geopolitical zone in Nigeria, in northern zone they are having irrigations. They do the agriculture with machines. But in the southeast we don't have any machines that we can use to do the agriculture. In a manual, we don't have the strength. Our children has no strength to do agriculture. In an area of agriculture, yam, cassava, cocoyam, vegetable, maize, you are all doing with southeast are doing with manual, practical, physical power. But you don't have the power now to do agriculture. What you have to do is, if government can produce or provide equipments, provide money, provide the resources that we can use to do the agriculture. Because talking of agriculture, going to the farm, you have to cut the grasses, you have to contribute to the lands, you have to do a lot of things. And we don't have the strength to do those things that requires in a farm now. The strength is no more. Or everybody is facing education. All our children are facing education. Nobody is talking about farming. Nobody is now talking about agriculture. We don't know how we are going to assist on that if we divert our economy. Unless we are diverting our economy is based, or we are going to buy equipment to support the manual power, the physical manual power of agriculture. That is my own advice. It's good, but if we can do it, because nobody have the strength to do farming now. Everybody based on buying and selling. Everybody based on education. You have to go to university. Going to university, to study agriculture is very few. So almost all of you, if you don't do law, you do medicine. If you don't medicine, you do other courses, political science. But very few are now going to say that they are going to do agric in the university, agric engineering. There are very few people. So I don't know how we are going to. This nation will be safe of diverting our economy into agric.
In agriculture, as you can see, our people, so many of them like agriculture, but there's no land for them to farm. If you look around within our locality here, within the town and beyond, you see even those that are farming, there is no empowerment from government, no any help from the government. So if you on the road when you are going, any small portion of land you see that people are using it for agric, for farming. And recently now, with the condition of the country, everybody, you see, we have so many piggery, farming today, poultry, in search of greener pasture. People are struggling because looking around the way things are. In fact, since my life, I have never experienced such. Since my life.
Well, in terms of economy, in our economy, then our economy is very bad, quite all right. But I agree with the government that if you can go back to the agriculture sector, and if the government will provide necessary inputs for agricultural sector to improve their agricultural produce.
It's a good thing, but you know that to farm is not easy. Like me, I would like to farm, but I don't have the money. You have to buy fertilizer, buy farm implements and other things. So I would have liked to farm, but the problem is that I don't have the money to do the farming. For me now, I'm not even employed. Talk more of having the money to fund my farming. But I have a land. My husband has a land, but the problem is the money to do the farming. It's a good thing, as in diversifying the economy, especially in agriculture. It's a good thing because any nation without food is almost dead.
Yes.
It's a good thing. But the problem is the fund. If the government will help farmers at least to practice mechanized agriculture, it will help so that there will be enough food for the nation to eat. Because even if there is no good road or a good means of transportation, if everybody is okay, as in when you feed yourself well, your problem will be at least reduced by 50%.
Well, the point still remains that that is a clarion call that people should go back to agriculture. The first occupation God gave a man is agriculture. Go back, till the soil. The soil is there. There's in every community we have soil. They have a farmland. So people should de-emphasize going for white-collar job. They should go back, put in their best. God will prosper them, rather than bugging the government and everybody looking for employment. First employment God has given every man is agriculture. That will redeem us from the grassroots. Yes, sometimes it is in the picture of every scenario that government will have problem at any time. And with time, I believe God, it will come to pass. Than loitering the streets of the towns and urban areas. Go back to their villages and redeem themselves.
In terms of farm, there's land. There's a lot of land everywhere. Even in my own community, there's land. But we don't have the manual labor. We don't have people to do it. And people don't believe in this manual agriculture. We need this modern agriculture. There is land. If we are talking of land, there's land.
And I come to recognize that during the first dispensation of this very man, our president, that is between 1983-84-85, before they overthrew him, the economy changed. That was the time I understand what is austerity measure. But if you look around what is going on now, this one is no more austerity measure. It's more than austerity. People don't even talk again. People don't even talk. So the economy is very, very bad. Imagine, I can say about 10 or 11 months ago, the dollar was around 2.8 something. The dollar is around 2.8 something, but presently now it's 400 and as at when I have the knowledge last about 2 weeks ago, it was 428 naira. I don't know the current price now. Yeah. So looking at all these things, and this in Nigeria, we don't have any raw material. We don't have anything. All the products, all what we produce here, raw material, all are imported. All are imported, even down to all this newspaper, this newsprint newspaper they use in printing newspaper, all are imported. We can't manufacture any one. So looking around, I don't know what to do. It's only government that in position of assisting people.
Of course, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. When you have a challenge, even in your home or anywhere, even in the church, you pray. God will listen to you. Nigeria could be better tomorrow. America has had such problem, and other countries say yes, that's the reality.
It's a laudable vision. It's a very good vision which should be implemented. Some of us who were alive to the pre-independence and then the early periods of independence knew very well that Nigeria thrived through agriculture. In the west we have cocoa growing, in the east we have palm produce and other agricultural products, other rice and then what have you growing. In the north, Benin seed and groundnut we are growing, and Nigeria we are making a lot of foreign earnings. But now we have a sort of mono economy dependent on oil, and then we are feeling the pinch. Some of us who retired from civil servant took up to agric. For myself, I'm a pig farmer. But I find it very difficult to get loan to expand. So that's the problem. If we can, and apart from pig farming, I have some acres of land where I do farming, cassava and other things. But I lack capital to expand.
Well, our economic now is very, very bad. And I don't know what I will answer government again. I don't know what to ask again. Because they know those things that happen. They're just looking for who to say. They know those things that happen. They're looking for who to say. And they know what they're supposed to do. So this thing that happened now will stop.
So now that they talked about farming, putting it into farming, the diversification, do you farm? Do you have a farmland where you farm?
If I have a farmland, I'll farm. I don't have it now. But if I have, I'll farm. If I'm planning to go to my land, my village to farm. Because hunger won't kill me and my children.
There's hunger in the land. But God will save us. And
God will save us. So.
Yes.
This is why I said that we don't have government. Hunger won't kill us. We don't know what you want us to do again.
As an individual, diversification of economy is important. But, some of us in a town, we don't have a place to cultivate and all those things. So it's equally affecting the diversification of economy in the agriculture sector, in agri sector. So it's equally affecting it. So, but as for government, the question I do ask is this: one, what is their provision for diversification to affect ordinary people in the streets, to help them to diversify all those economies into agriculture? What is their fiscal economic policy towards that? For us in the streets, there is nothing. We don't see any fiscal economic policy towards that. How much they budgeted for agriculture? How much is the budget of agriculture ministry? Nothing. To compare with all these Minister of Communication and Culture. If government is serious about diversification of economy, agriculture, economy into agriculture, I think the priority, you will see the fat budget they will allocate to those areas, and you see their program they will roll on ground to enable ordinary individual in the streets, ordinary people in the street to benefit from the scheme. You will see the training they will roll, so they will train people in the street, and maybe from NDE. They will roll people, train people, give them grants to do all those things. But here we are just the same wash mouth talking about diversification and all those things that have been going on all these years. So I don't really see anything going on. So for us as individual, only thing we can do now is to manage whatever you have, manage it very well, and that is it. Wait for whatever comes.
Okay, in the past, in the recent past, agriculture was neglected, and the present government deemed it fit to resuscitate agriculture back, because agriculture is the bedrock of the economy, and for agriculture to be revived in any nation, for any nation to move forward, agriculture must be involved. Agriculture must have 80% involvement to the economy. So for us to diversify to agriculture is normal. It is a basic thing that any nation need to survive. So agriculture for now is at its peak of rising up. For now. But until the present government is because they say that they support agriculture, but we have not seen the much input on agriculture, what they have. But on individual, most people have gone back to agriculture. Like me, I have a kind of agriculture. I have a poultry and I have a farm for agriculture.
You have a poultry?
Yes.
How big is your poultry, sir?
A poultry that contains up to 1,000 chickens.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Interesting.
Actually, I'm not into agriculture. I have a business which I'm into now. Just have a small computer center. But it's not that growing because there's no money in the country. When maybe a customer will call you, tell the customer the amount you are using to do a particular thing, and the customer will be pricing less. And you use much to buy, like papers, buying of the ink, is everything now is costly. So we are not all that making it the way we were supposed to.
All right, yeah, it's very good anyway. It's nice, it's a welcome suggestion and idea. But I know that how are we, like youth of our country, great country in Nigeria, we're supposed to move into agriculture this time around anyway. Like me, I have entered into agriculture, like I'm doing piggery and poultry now. But the problem we are facing is just capital. You know, when you want to make it big, because when you are running agriculture in a small scale, you are not going to have enough income to carry yourself, your family, and do other projects. So if the government will put a strategy to help us, you know, get funds, put it into this agriculture and pay back later, it will be very nice.
It's actually down. It's actually down. We need God. We need God, and I want to pray that the government should do something about it. And one of the things that is shaking this country now, as you can see, there is no peace in the country, and we need peace in this country. And I've been hearing that we are one Nigeria. As you know, we are not one. We are not one, and governments should do something about it. If the change we are actually hearing about is to bring peace, let us see the peace. And if we are actually one country, let our attitude show that we are one.
Well, it's my obvious desire to go into the land for agriculture, but unfortunately I cannot do anything, because for 3 years and 6 months now I am working under this solid minerals, mines and steel development. The new minister, I don't know, is in charge of my department, and since 3 years and 6 months I have not been. And look at my eyes, I cannot in fact I cannot see, because there's no money to treat myself. You see, so the government is trying to diversify. It's okay to the person who is able to do that. How can a person do something without money? So really, I want, if it is possible, let them pay me. It is not only me, we nationwide. Okay, sir. We are security men. We under mines and development, steel and development. We have not been paid for 3 years and 6 months now. Is it fair?
It's not fair, sir.
Is it fair?
It's not fair, sir. Thank you very much, sir. It's nice talking with you, Papa.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daddy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have seen it, how most of our grandfathers have been working, still they don't get paid. It is bad. The economy is bad. Everything is bad. God, please come to our aid. You're still on to Naija Struggle TV. I'm your host, Kingsley Keke Ezewome. We are here in Coast State, Nigeria. Thank you, and keep liking our videos, share our videos, like our page on Facebook, and subscribe. Don't fail to subscribe. Naija Struggle TV. Thank you.